If I was a religious man, I would be scared. Oh, this game is a devil! I don't know, it's just... I'm sure there's religious people like that who just are... I'm sure there's still people out there thinking that, like, rock and roll is like the devil's music. It's kind of like an outdated term. But it's a pretty common view way back when. Oh, this was it.
Now there is a turn for the.
I would honestly be surprised, hypothetically, this game were to be released in, well, if we had the technology to play games like this in the 80s or something. It wouldn't really surprise me if people thought that this game was like the devil's game because of the Isu. It's just, I don't know, I just think it's kind of funny whenever I hear people say, oh, this is, whatever, but this kind of goes against our religion or whatever. It's just, I don't know. I always get a laugh whenever I hear people say that. Speaking on religion, I've been trying to finish up, get caught up in a TV show. I have watched all the way up until season 2, and I stopped watching because I got distracted. And that show is called Lucifer. Now, if you are a fan of Supernatural, you may actually like this show because it actually goes into, kind of portrays Lucifer in kind of a good light where he's not actually a bad person, he's just kind of was painted that way in religion. Like, one of the things that was kind of brought up in the first season is how much he hates people saying, oh, the devil made me do it or something. Because he's trying to pretty much kind of go against what people say about him. Like, he's not really a bad guy, he was just kind of painted that way in religion. And it's just something I always didn't like. And in some way, his portrayal of the of the character Lucifer, Tom Ellis' portrayal of Lucifer, is in some way what I am going to be doing with my character of Samael, who is Lucifer's angel name in my book. I basically, if I could just go into detail of how I'm going to be writing the devil, essentially. Basically, the apocalypse was supposed to happen 1,000 years ago, and this was before the Crusades took place. And God ended up tricking and imprisoning all these people that would have supported the apocalypse. Like, he imprisoned Samael, he imprisoned the Horseman, he imprisoned all these other people because he viewed that he didn't want humanity to die from the war that would have taken place with the apocalypse. Now, with my book, the apocalypse is still like a looming threat, but I'm basically writing it, Lucifer's, Samael's character as him just thinking that the apocalypse is necessary and that, God was wrong to try and like prevent something like that from happening because for the sake of balance, because the angels are having this too much power, and they kind of needed something to balance out the system, and God just didn't feel that way. I really shouldn't have picked that up. I thought that was a chest. But it's just how I'm planning on writing my story, like, just kind of introducing, like, an interesting little thing of like if too much good happened in a world, would that be a good thing? Like if all crime hypothetically were to be taken out, would we actually be living in a good world, or would we be living in what we think is a good world? Because I'm basically just trying to touch on the philosophy of yin and yang. Chinese philosophy of good and evil, and how we can't have one without the other, and too much of one could be problematic for society. And I'm basically just trying to play on that subject when going over the topic of angels and demons. And I think I'm handling it pretty well, but I can understand if some people would be upset with how I am portraying the situation, but it's a work of fiction. It's not meant to be an actual representation of things that happen in the Bible. It's fiction. But I just get the feeling there's gonna be some religious idiots who just think that I am essentially blaspheming and saying that God was wrong to do this or something, but I don't know. Something that I am working on and I'm hoping will actually take me places. Yeah, I should look at the map, did see? No, there's no chest near me. I actually gotta set a marker for this one though. I will say this. If I go ahead and I work on this book, it'll probably be another year before I finish it. If I go ahead and try to publish this book and I find out that someone watched my stream and tried to take my idea and publish it before I did, I have proof that I worked on this before you. You don't. If you steal my idea and try to publish this book before me using my ideas, I will sue your ass to the ground. Because copyright, that was a word.
Hey, have you lost all reason?
I will not tolerate any kind of
Well, quite the athlete, darling.
I will not tolerate anyone who just tries to steal my ideas, because I would have had a book published by now if someone didn't steal my idea, and I swear to God, I know someone did. And I wasn't ready to fight for it, but now I am. This series is going to be my life's blood for the next 10 years, and I don't want someone to just try and get the jump on it and just steal this idea from me because he watched a live stream of me talking about it. I don't think it will happen, but just in case someone just says, oh, this is a good idea, I'm going to write a book about this. Don't. I have proof that I worked on this.
Why?
Don't steal this idea, otherwise I will sue you for, I want to say copyright, but I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for, but it's my idea first, and I can prove I have been working on it as long as I have. You can't. So I will say. I don't think it will happen that people will just watch my stream and just try and steal my idea, but at the same time, I'm not taking any chances. I am not taking any chances with this book. This would be kind of like the same thing, like if, it'd be kind of a similar issue if, say, you, I was trying to find an example that's not related to creative writing, but I'm having issues right now. So oftentimes, it's not copyright. I keep on wanting to say copyright. There's a certain word for it. I am not thinking of it. It is.
Have I somehow annoyed you, sir?
I'm gonna have to figure this out because that's gonna really bother me. It's not copyright. I know it's not copyright. What is this? That was really cool. Alright. You're done. Is it actually called copyright? I'm actually gonna Google this because this is really bothering me. What is it called when someone steals Oh, it is called copyright infringement. God, why was I thinking it was called something else? I was right, it's called copyright. I was thinking it had like a different word for some reason. But this book is something I'm very passionate about, so I will fight back if I find someone who's trying to steal my idea. So don't watch my stream and think you can pull one over on me. Been working on this for 2 years, and I will not have it taken away from me. I will fight tooth and nail to get this idea mine, so just do not be a dick, because it will not end well.
What's got into him?
Climb up!
He must be completely insane.
I want to climb up here because there was a page here among it. Trying to figure out it's such a tricky building to climb. I'm gonna get this though. I really love the hook blade in Revelations. It's easily my favorite part. It just makes climbing so much faster. There's a lot of mechanics in the Assassin's Creed games that I absolutely love. Like, I love this shit. I love games where you can just, like Montergione Settlement. It's a settlement system where you can just work on building your, up your town, essentially. That was kind of brought back in Assassin's Creed, Valhalla. But, it was really nice. I really enjoyed that. I love building up your Jackdaw and Black Flag, even though I never beat it. I love building up your Morgan and Rogue, even though people say that's one of the worst Assassin's Creed games, but I honestly love it. I love, pretty much love games where you can just kind of build onto this so that you are making some kind of progress, that makes sense. Just kind of improving things. Oh, and actually, Black Flag had two of those things in it because they also had a town you could build up. I forgot about that. It's just so nice. I just love those, love it when Assassin's Creed games do that. I've almost been streaming for 2 hours. So, let's see here. After I do this, though, after I get all the... That was an accident. I was supposed to do a leap of faith. Why didn't you do that? After I get all the chests, I think I want to take a little break from streaming. Because I'm honestly kind of getting a little bit burnt out. It's just... Collectible launching does this to you. It's necessary for 100% completion, but it's just... It's always my least favorite part of games, just finding collectibles. But as soon as I get all the chests in this district, I am going to be taking a little bit of a break. If I'm unable to stream the full 4 hours, if I'm just getting tired, if I just have stuff to do, I'm always trying to stream for the 2 hours, and I'm getting close to that. But it's just getting really kind of bored, and it's just... It is a necessary thing for you to get all the collectibles from completion. It's kind of boring me, if I'm gonna be honest. It's just... I feel like my commentary isn't kind of showing that. So I apologize for essentially leaving early, but it's just... I need to take a break. And I can understand that people just kind of want... I honestly feel like people aren't really that interested in collectible hunting, but it's just something I need to do. And I'd rather show it on stream. But, I really need to take a break to refresh my mind.
Oh, that's certainly not a common sign.
Cut him off!
I love the executions in this game, though. Like, it was a thing in Brotherhood, and I just love that feature. I really wish that was brought up in later games. I think they kind of, like, dropped executions. Did they drop executions after this game? I don't remember, like, kill streak, I mean, not executions. I don't remember, what's it? Is it called executions? I don't remember Assassin's Creed 3 having that, and I don't remember any games after that. Counter kill was a thing until Syndicate, if I actually... No, I think it was a thing until Unity. Is it? See, now I'm second guessing myself. Unity had a parry system, but I don't think I had a counter kill. Syndicate had a melee system, really fast-paced battle system, but it didn't have a counter kill. It might be since Rogue is when the last one they had a counter kill system, but I may be 100% incorrect. I'm trying to think, because I remember a lot of people criticize Syndicate for having a really slow battle system, where it's just spamming X, pressing X to punch, Y to break guard, and B to counter. if I remember correctly. But they didn't have one where you could just counter kill, if memory serves. But it may be completely wrong. I haven't played that in years. Actually, maybe years singular. I honestly can't remember. My memory is notoriously bad. I have the world's worst memory, I swear. That was cool. To put it into perspective, I would, if I were to meet someone for the first time, if I were to meet someone for the first time and they were, like, it could be my boss I'm meeting for the first time, I would honestly probably forget. I would honestly probably forget his name just after our first meet, if I didn't see him every single day. That's just how bad my memory is. But it's just, at the same time, I can name every single doctor that played Doctor Who. That played the Doctor. And it's just, I cannot for the life of me be bothered to remember every actor from every TV show that actually interests me. And the only other characters I know of, the only other actors is TV shows that I absolutely love. Like, I know Jared Padalecki and Jensen Ackles from Supernatural because I am a big fan of Supernatural. I know Tom Ellis and Lauren German from God, what's it called? Lucifer, because I love the TV show Lucifer. But I cannot tell you who plays Walter White in Breaking Bad, because I watched the series Breaking Bad, but it just wasn't really my favorite show. But it's just, I know characters more than I know TV shows. Or more than I know actors, I mean. Probably like the only one that does that, but it's just, I don't know names.
Get back! Blessings of God.
Run! Keep my head down and run!
Okay. Just got a little bit more to go, and then I can stop.
Somebody stop him! Must get out of here!
I'm gonna go ahead and clear my bounty first. Honestly, to put another perspective on, how bad my memory is. My dad could tell me that he needs me to take out the garbage by the time, like, Mom gets back from church or something. Say, okay, I'll do it, and then I'll just get distracted and playing a game or something, and Dad will just come home and say, "Hey Zach, did you take out the garbage?" So, "Oh no, I forgot." And it's a mix. It's just, I get so distracted that I just forget I would honestly probably forget my own name if I wasn't just mentally ingrained in me. That's just how bad my memory is. It's just, honestly, my grandmother recently died with dementia, It got so bad that she couldn't even recognize her own kids. And it's kind of really bothers me about this whole situation. Because my grandpa, he had a lot of money to the point that one day he called my dad and he said that he just found out that he's a millionaire. It's just he was a professor with tenure who taught drama for 30-40 years. His wife was a published author who almost won an Edgar Award. It was actually what's it called? She was one of the authors who was nominated. She was nominated to win an Edgar Award, but she never actually won it. I think that's the right word, nominated. And that's still a great accomplishment. It's just, they had a lot of money, but as soon as Grandpa died of cancer, Grandma started falling apart with dementia, and, people like my aunts just completely just got greedy with money, and she just demanded that she be made the executrix of the estate. And she ended up
beyond my comprehension.
It seemed like that she cared more about money and just distributing money to her family than just giving her siblings their own fair share. It's just, I really hate how money just brings out the worst in people. If I ever am to make it as a writer, if I'm ever to be successful as a writer and have like all this money, like maybe like film deals or something like crazy like that, I don't want my kids to fight over money. My dad says this is the stupidest thing ever. But I'm gonna leave them some money, but I'm not gonna give them my entire estate because people change when money is involved. You see their true colors when money is involved. So I was thinking about donating like most of my money that I make to cancer research. A cancer research thing. Because I would rather my money be used for good rather than just to buy someone like a Lamborghini that they don't need. If that makes sense. It's just, I can understand. I've seen like money change people so many times that I just don't want people to just fight over money. It's just really a stupid and greedy and selfish thing to do. But it's just, I've seen it happen too many times where money just changes people, and I don't want people to just fight over money. It's just so stupid. And my dad just swears up and down that me donating money to charity is the most stupidest thing. I should consider donating more to my family. But people fight over money, and it's just, I don't want people to fight over that. It's just kind of a pointless thing, in my opinion. But that's just me. I'm sure there are people out there who will probably just want their, probably want their, like, father's entire inheritance because they're just greedy. But it's just, there are better things to use money for than just to get a better house or, I guess, kind of arguable, but you don't need like a multi-million-dollar mansion. You don't need a Lamborghini. You don't need a boat. It's just, those are all wants. What people need right now are people who are dying of cancer, who that still has yet to be cured. There's people who are homeless. War veterans that are homeless and have no way of getting back on their feet. There are people who are orphans living in an orphanage, and they are like have probably no chance of getting adopted. Like, I'd rather be putting my money towards people that actually need it rather than my family that just want it, if that makes sense. Can understand though if people I actually can't understand people that just go against that, but it just infuriates me. That's all I'll say. I just don't want people to fight over money. It's people that need money more than you, if that makes sense.
I am so in the wrong place. Bye.
I'm sure there's gonna be some people that just say, "Oh, you need money to do this. I really wish I had like $1 million right now. If I did, I would just be able to do this." Like, really? If you had $1 million. I don't know. It's just I honestly don't understand those people, but if I had $1 million, if someone right now were to give me $1 million, I would not know what to do with all that money. I will probably donate maybe 700, 800,000 of it to charity and just keep the remainder for myself, because even having $100,000, I would not be able to spend within a decade, maybe even 2 decades. So for someone to have like $1 million, what could you do with that? Like, really, I mean, you buy yourself a mansion, you buy yourself a Lamborghini, but so what? What are you gonna do with all that extra space? Are you ever gonna drive the Lamborghini? Or are you just gonna have it sitting in your garage? Like, seriously? I don't know, it's just... That's just my take on it. It's just... I don't really care about money as much as other people do.
Well, I'll be.
I'm sure there's people out there who will just swear up and down that money is just all it is, but it's just, you're not gonna convince me. I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm not gonna change my opinion just because you say this, but that's just me. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. 7 out of 10. What others am I missing? 8? 9. 10. Oh, I missed one over there. I've also heard people say... I've heard people say that if they get like $1 million, they will donate to charity. But at the same time, I wonder how true that actually is. Because they could just be saying that just to get brownie points to this girl they like. Or they could actually get that and actually donate to charity. I don't know why I forgot about the play. But it's just... It's different saying one thing and then doing another, if that makes sense. Alright. Just got one more chest after this, and then I'll go ahead and end the live stream. I'm gonna open this. Because I need to take a break to clear my head. And I am also starving. I haven't eaten anything all day, but my mom is making stir fry for dinner, and Honestly, kind of want to eat that. I was gonna make a pizza for lunch, but by the time I was gonna do that, it's already getting close to 1 o'clock, and may just make a sandwich or a bowl of cereal or something. Alright. Just got one more thing to do, and then I will wrap up this stream. I just need to take a little break, just clear my head. Okay.
Hello. Another madman.
I may actually... I've mentioned before how me and my dad just got into, I guess, arguments about the concept of money and like inheritances. Because he said, I was saying that I don't want to give any money away, to my family if they're just gonna fight over it, and he said that that was stupid. But at the same time... What? I was gonna say at the same time, I can see his points about leaving something for your kids. So I mentioned before how if I were to get $1 million, I would donate like 700 or 800 of it to charity. And I would keep like the rest for myself. I also mentioned that I don't think like $100,000 could be spent within a decade. So I feel like that might be a good sum of money to leave for inheritance, but I'm not gonna give like billions of dollars to my kids. Like hypothetically, if I were to have $1 billion, I would not want to give like all that money to my kids because I don't want them to change who they are just for the sake of money. So may just leave like it's still like a lot of money, like $100,000, but it's just I'm not gonna give them like millions and millions of dollars, assuming I'm even earned that much by the end of my life. So that's just stupid. Alright. And last chest. This should be this district 100% complete in regards to treasures. Am I right? DNA. Only missing one Arsenal district, but I can't get, in terms of viewpoints, but I can't get that yet. I'll be getting the animus fragments and buys the district next time. I just want to take a break. In regards to treasures, I have all the treasures in Bayezid district. That's great. So we have done half of the treasures. We are only missing 6 in Arsenal, 14, 26 in Imperial, and 12 in Cappadocia. Hope I'm pronouncing that right. And there's also hidden locations. we are missing two ishak Pasha's memoir pages we can get right now. And a bunch more animus fragments. But yeah. Yeah, 13%. Collectibles really aren't worth that much, but they do add up. They're worth like maybe a percent category. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and quit to main menu and end my live stream. But before I end things off, if you are even remotely interested in my content, all my series I do on this channel will be for 100% completion. I will be streaming. Oh god! I will be streaming Fri Revelations yet again next Sunday, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time, even though I wasn't able to stream until 5 today. Typically, 5 p.m. is the maximum I am willing to stream. If I'm unable to stream the maximum, I will try to get a 2-hour minimum. I will be streaming Fri Skyrim for 100% on Friday, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. And I will be streaming Borderlands 3, where I'll be playing as Moles for 100%, 1 p.m. to 5 Pacific Standard Time. Thank you guys for watching. I need to take a break. I'm exhausted.